Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Corner, and welcome back to my familiar location. I am back from Las Vegas and the Days of the Dead convention. Um, it was a little bumpy getting back with my flight and how late it was or how early, depending on your definition. Very early this morning I got back. So anyway, that being said, this is my video for day three because I did the first 2 days, but I couldn't do day three, the day that it happened last night, because I was flying somewhere over the Rockies, so getting thrown around the cabin basically. So yeah, this video is going to be specifically for day three of the Days of the Dead convention in Las Vegas, and then I'm going to have another video, a final video of an overall summary of the entire convention, and show you guys everything that I bought, purchased, did, autographs, all that stuff in one final video. I just figured it would be easier to break it up than just try to throw it all in one video. So this is specifically for day three, the final day of the Days of the Dead convention. And day three definitely has a different feel than the first 2 days. Like the first day, everything's new and fresh and exciting. The second day is the busiest day without a doubt, the Saturday, because that's the full day where a lot of outsiders come in that aren't necessarily doing the weekend. That's sort of the one day, the ones that buy just the 1 day pass. And then Sunday's kind of the leftovers, if you will. Not all the celebrities were there on the third day that were there the first 2 days. Obviously, I don't want to say everybody, but some of the vendors have one foot out the door already as far as like they start taking stuff down. The convention goes 11 to 4 on Sunday. And by 2 or 3 o'clock, I would say that some of the merchandise is already being taken down. So I guess I would recommend, if you're somebody that's just going to go for a Sunday, definitely get there right away when it starts for those first couple hours when everything's still sort of up and running. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So basically, the way my Sunday, the day three, broke down of the Days of the Dead, I got there in line right at 11, of course, again, as I was staying for the weekend. And the first thing I did is I just kind of walked around and looked at all the vendor stuff, the ones that I kind of approached the first 2 days and had an idea of what I might want to purchase, things like that. And then I did purchase a couple of items. My first autograph I got was with Jake the Snake Roberts, which I'll show you in my final video. I'm not going to show you that stuff in this video. So I got an autograph from him, and then I did a couple of Q&A's sessions, one at noon, which was the Terrifier cast. Very fun Q&A. You had Damien Leone, David Howard Thornton, and the little pale girl. I can't really pronounce her name. I think it's a Molly McLean, something like that. Amelia. I want to say Amelia, but I think it's Amalia, something like that. I don't know. So those three were there along with the gal from the podcast that does the hosting that I mentioned in my other videos. That was a very fun Q&A, one of the better ones, I would say. David Howard Thornton's a hoot. Um, but yeah, very good, very insightful, very fun. And then I also stayed for the one at 1 o'clock, which is the entire everybody that was there for the Hellraiser franchise, which I think there were 9 or 10 people on stage, not counting the gal from the podcast who was doing the hosting. So that was really fun and interesting. Obviously, led by Doug Bradley, but then you had the other Cenobite actors and actresses there. Um, Andrew Robinson was up there. It was very cool. The two very good Q&As that took up most of my day. And then after that, about 2 o'clock, I went back and I decided what I was going to get, and I bought my remaining items, which, like I said, I'll show you in my summary video. Which basically, yeah, it took me up to about 3:15 or so, which is about the time I left the convention. So with about 45 minutes to spare. Like I said, by 3 o'clock, a lot of the vendors were already taking stuff down. Just walking around, there were celebrities that were there Friday and Saturday that weren't there yesterday. Danielle Harris being the biggest one. Now I'm not sure if I don't want to speculate. I'm not sure why she wasn't there at all yesterday. It could have been she never planned on being there Sunday. I mean, I know some of these like her, who's very involved in directing and acting, yet they have to get places and do things. So I don't know if it was always intended that she wasn't going to be there Sunday, although it really wasn't noted anywhere. Or I don't know if she got sick. I know they had. I know the VIP pass people went out on Saturday night, so I don't know if she was part of that. Maybe tied one on or something. I don't want to speculate, but she wasn't there yesterday. I don't think Bill Johnson was there either yesterday. There were a few tables that were blank yesterday walking through, and again, I don't know if that's the case with most horror conventions. I understand that some of them have places to go and flight times and things like that. So that's why I would recommend. I've only been to one big convention, this one, but I would definitely do the weekend pass to start with. And if you're not going to do the weekend pass, you're only going to do one day, and it's a 3 day convention. Definitely do the middle day, the long day, the Saturday typically of these conventions, because Sunday it's kind of like going when I was growing up going to the county fair, and I was in 4-H. Just as a side note, that has nothing to do with horror, but you bring projects and animals to the fair. Usually that last day on Sunday was not the day to visit the fair because things were being torn down and people were taking their projects and their animals home early. So you just don't get the full experience. I think that's the best way to say you're not getting the full experience on the final day of a convention like you are the first couple days, and particularly Saturday. So that's just my 2 cents on it. But overall, it was still a fun third final day of the Days of the Dead convention in Las Vegas. Um, Oh, I also got another autograph. Like a After the Q&As that I talked about from between 2 and 3:30 or so, I got a David Howard Thornton's autograph, which I'll show you here in that summary video. That was really cool. So yeah, I got a couple of autographs, bought a lot of crap, not crap, but I spent a lot of money, I should say, from the vendors. But you got to support those vendors too. I'll go into much more depth and detail in my summary video coming up here later today probably. But yeah, that's really all I've got for day three. Again, like the first 2 days, everybody was very nice, very cordial. Yeah, I didn't really run into a bad bunch than anybody that I talked to anyway, chatting people up and all that kind of stuff. So I like conventions. That's my takeaway. But Anyway, I'm going to wrap up day three there with that. Please like this video and hit the little notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos for this series and beyond. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my great horror content. Basically have the rest of the year planned out for you guys, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you for watching this day three of the Days of the Dead in Las Vegas wrap up video, and make sure you stay tuned for my overall Days of the Dead convention summary and wrap up video where I show you everything that I got and everything that I got signed. So thank you for watching. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay scared. Bye.